Welcome friends, we will continue with last presentation of various methods of unconventional machining processes. We have studied in previous presentations electrodischarge machining, electrochemical machining and ultrasonic machining. Now we will discuss a next method of unconventional machining, that is abrasive water jet machining. Many times in examination they may ask you the question in terms of explain with neat diagram of abrasive water jet machining AWJM, give advantages, limitations and applications. Now we will study one by one how this abrasive water jet machining works. Abrasive water jet machining is basically abrasive particles are mixed with water in a homogeneous fashion, and then under pressure they are impinging on the workpiece surface with very high kinetic energy. So this is a basic principle how the abrasive water jet machining works. This machining method is useful for all types of ferrous, non-ferrous, metals and alloys machining process. We will study how it works exactly. The working principle of this abrasive water jet machining used with very high pressure and velocity of water, where pressure ranging from 1500 to 4000 meganewton per centimeter square is bombarding on the workpiece. Along with that, abrasive particles at around 30% of abrasive particles ranging from 10 to 150 micron are mixed with water, and then under pressure with high kinetic energy they are impinging on the workpiece. If you see the sketch, you can on the right hand side, here on the top side there is a passage for very high pressure water which is passed through this passage, and through this wall it is entered in a mixing chamber. So this wall will allow the opening and closing of under pressure water through this line, and it is passed to the mixing chamber. Initially, while this under pressure water with high kinetic energy is passed through the orifice, and required quantity of water under pressure is entered in the mixing chamber. If you see carefully, this is the passage of high pressure water. Initially this high pressure water is passed through the wall, under wall opening, which obviously it is a spring loaded type of wall, under pressure the wall, where the pressure of this wall is controlled by this controlled wall, and then it is passed through the orifice where the discharge quantity is controlled by this orifice, and specific or required amount of water under high kinetic energy is passed through the mixing chamber. See here, this white color chamber is called a mixing chamber. In this mixing chamber, another passage is provided to pass a very high hard abrasive particles. So those hard particles, one can call it as abrasive particles, are mixed with this water which is under high pressure and high velocity water, are mixed with these abrasive particles, and then it is further passed through the nozzle. So basically this nozzle which is provided to increase the kinetic energy of the jet, one can call it as a mixed water plus abrasive particles under high velocity pass through the nozzle, and then it is impinged on the workpiece, which is provided exactly at this jet. Below this jet a workpiece is located where one can remove the material. Here also it is mentioned same thing. A fine high pressure, high velocity of water jet at around 1500 to 4000 meganewton per cm square is bombarded on workpiece surface. But only water is not bombarded. Abrasive particles of ranging from 10 to 150 micron at around 30% abrasive particles are mixed with this high pressure water, and they are get mixed in a mixing chamber, and then it is directed towards the workpiece. See which kind of abrasive materials we are using it here. We are using either aluminum oxide or silicon carbide. So generally keep in mind this mixing takes place by two way. Means what? Mixing of this two entities, two elements, that is one is a water under high pressure and second one abrasive particles. One can call it as mixing of these two elements as a two-phase mixing. If I am adding additionally air also along with this water and the abrasive particles, then it becomes a three-phase. So two-phase is nothing but abrasive particles plus under pressure water is called a two-phase, and abrasive particles plus under pressure water and the air, if they are mixed and then pass through the nozzle, then it becomes a three-phase. So high velocity of water jet is directed, but in this case we are going to study only two-phase mixing of water and abrasive particles. Everybody know aluminum oxide and silicon carbide are the abrasive particles which are very hard for the purpose of metal removal. This high velocity of water of jet targeted in such a way that later on once it strikes to the workpiece, its velocity reduces to 0, and that kinetic energy further converted into high pressure. So because of this, erosion takes place. Why? Because as this kinetic energy get converted into high pressure, that pressure is very high and greater than the strength of material. That's why as the pressure is greater than the strength of material removal takes place. So here once again I have shown it with a different sketch. If you see, water initially at high pressure pass through the wall and the orifice. Orifice is nothing but a small opening, and wall is for passing the water with a certain pressure entering in the mixing chamber. This is called a mixing chamber. High pressure water, and this is a mixing chamber. Why it is called a mixing chamber? Because the two entities we are adding with each other. In this process, another passage is given for abrasive particles. Those abrasive particles at around 30% of this total quantity of water we are passing through this orifice and the wall are added to high velocity of water in the mixing chamber, and then it is made to impinge on the workpiece material. In this process, we are using a nozzle, or one can call it as a tube. Nozzle is used to pass the jet of water and abrasive particle with high kinetic energy onto the workpiece, and generally the nozzle made up of very high wear resistance, and generally it is taken as tungsten carbide material because it has to sustain very high pressure of water and abrasive particles. To carry that high velocity of jet, very high wear resistant material, that is tungsten carbide material, is used. Abrasive particles are thrown into the water jet which comes out from the chamber in the form of high velocity of water abrasive jet. It directed toward the workpiece, that already I have explained. Material is removed due to combined effect of this abrasion and the impact. Abrasion means mixing of the abrasive particles with water, and impact means high velocity of water jet. With the help of proper abrasive material and adequate water pressure, any material you can cut through this process. Keep in mind, once this water and abrasive particles are collected in the container, they are collected in the container below the workpiece. So below this jet a workpiece is located, and after removal of material, all this water particle, abrasive particles and the removed material get collected in the pan or a container below the workpiece. So what are the advantages? So before going to the advantages, one must focus here that this is a water under high pressure pass through one passage from the top side. Through orifice we are passing it to the mixing chamber, and from another way we are adding the abrasive particles at around 30% of this total quantity of water mixed with this water jet, and then we are passing it through the nozzle, and below this nozzle a workpiece is located and you can remove the material. So the jet of water is impinging on this workpiece material that will remove the particles of material. See how it happens? Because of high kinetic energy of water, once it impinge on the workpiece, its velocity get reduced and that get converted into high pressure. So this erosion of material, means removal of material, takes place because of high pressure which is greater than the strength of material. So this is a working of abrasive water jet machining. What are its advantages? It does not produce much residual stresses, particularly it does not cause any thermal damage. No heat generation, that's why I have written here, as there is no heat generation as like in EDM process, ECM process, ultrasonic machining process. There is a heat generation in those methods, but here in this method there is no heat generation, that's why no thermal damage. Unlike machining or grinding, it does not produce any dust particles, because during grinding process or a machining process material removal takes place, and that removed material may injure to the human being. Such a kind of removal of material or dust particles will not produced by this machining process. It is helpful for producing prototype parts, small components effectively. High flow rate and energy of jet can be achieved through this process. What are the disadvantages? One of the main disadvantage of this water jet cutting is that limited number of materials can be cut economically. So here for large production it is not effective. If you, for specific component, for critical component, if you want to machine it, then it is economical for that, but for limited quantity of material. Another disadvantage, very thick part cannot be cut by AWJM, because how much quantity we are passing through the mixing chamber and abrasive particle we are passing, its strength is to machine or remove the material of very minimum thickness, not for very high thickness material cannot be machined. Obviously it is an expensive process, it is not suitable for mass production, because we require a maintenance, because we are using it here mixing chamber, wall, orifice and the nozzle where they are subjected to very high pressure. So that maintenance, so for that to sustain that pressure, continuous maintenance is required. Where are the applications? We can cut soft metals as well as alloys, copper and its alloy, tungsten carbide, lead and aluminum we can cut. Even we can cut non-metals also, such as concrete, graphite, silica, glass, acrylic, cutting sandwiched honeycomb also material which is used in aerospace industries. So for that purpose, for cutting non-metals also we can use this abrasive water jet machining. Generally, if you want to remove the paint from the wall or paint from the vehicle, then we can prefer this abrasive water jet machining. For cleaning purpose also, in automobile industries we are using it abrasive water jet machining. Even in textile and leather industries also we can prefer this abrasive water jet machining. So these are the certain applications. Even you can see such kind of disc we can produce of this, such kind of critical shapes also we can generate it on material, non-metals also we can generate it. Even metals also we can prefer, or such kind of holes we can produce inside the metal. Here very small holes we in microns also we can produce it with the help of abrasive